What's up, YouTube? This is my 2015 Ford Fiesta ST, and I just installed some universal rally armor mud flaps, so I thought I'd make a video and help anybody who is looking at mud flaps and talk about these in the install for a moment. Now, these are not the $159 rally armor mud flaps. That set includes not only the flap, and it's a little thicker flap than this, but it also includes the mounting hardware and instructions. These flaps were $23 on Amazon, and I will put a link in the description for you. And the reason they're so much cheaper is because there are no instructions and there is no mounting hardware. So this is basically a universal do-it-yourself kit, yet they look almost identical to the $159 set. Again, they are a little thinner, but they are fine. This is the second set I installed on this car. And the reason I have the second set, I had a set on here that lasted about a year, and they were still completely fine. They held up. But I removed them because I just got these epic new wheels, and I wanted the mud flaps out a little more. So originally, I didn't like the rally armor set. Number one, because they're ridiculously expensive, and number two, they stick out probably about this far, and I didn't like that. It looked a little too extreme for me. So I got this set myself and installed them, and I had them tucked in a little bit. But then when I got these new wheels, the offset's a little wider. It pulls the wheel out from the car a little bit more. So I wanted to pull the flaps out. So initially my flaps were actually inward towards the car about another inch. The rally armor version would be about 2 inches out here, and my version is about 1 inch, so it's a compromise. Anyhow, I really like the look. It doesn't look extreme. You know, it doesn't look is the way I feel those other ones do. And for $23, it's just a great product. So I just want to talk real quick about if you do this, basically all you need to do is you've got to figure out mounting points. So if you look here in my video, you can see these fasteners, and I've got 4 or 5 in each wheel. And that's basically the part you've got to get creative and engineer something and figure out a place behind this flap where you want to mount this. So in some cases, I actually had to make a mount and then fasten the mount to the back side of the splash guard piece in here. And then I fastened the mud flap to it. But again, after having the first set for a year, they were rock solid. There was not a single issue at all. This is what you'll use, and I'll link these in the description. So you just have these fasteners, and the way this works is you just have basically a receiver, and then you have the nail part, and so you'll have this piece, and so you'll have a hole somewhere, and you got to measure all this out if you want it to look pretty. And this will go into the hole, okay? And it'll be nice and tight, and then you will take the second part, which is this guy. I'm rolling all over the place here. There. And so you'll have the second part, which is this, and it will fit into this, and it will expand the back side of this fastener, and it'll beef it up, and it'll hold. And so you want to get yourself a kit of these. I also got some foam tape just to put here. You can see that there. And if you buy the $150, $59 set, it's gonna have the same issue. So there's people using foam tape for that set too. But I just got some double stick tape. You can see here, maybe the gray, that sticks it to it initially. And then you got your foam tape to just keep some of the dirt out. And then you've got your mounting hardware. And I think these fasteners cost me, I think it was like 10 bucks, I don't remember, but I'll put it in the link. I'll put a link in the description. Anyhow, and then the foam tape you can get at Home Depot for like 5 bucks. So anyway, 23, 10, 5, you're still around 40 bucks, under 40 bucks. And you get, in my opinion, a really good looking mud flap for, you know, what's that? It's like a fourth. Yeah, it's like exactly a fourth of the cost. And the cool thing about these is you can position them anywhere you want. So depending on how you decide to mount it, you can move it in and out wherever you want. You could have it coming all the way out, because here, as you can see, it's a pretty thick flap. Pretty wide, I mean. So it's a pretty wide flap. You can put it anywhere. But I got these to my liking, to where it protects the car from road chips. You can see there. But at the same time, it's not sitting out, you know, extreme, to where it looks funny. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe it'll give some creative folks some ideas. It does require a little bit of thinking, I'm going to warn you. It took me maybe an hour and a half to do the first one, and then the rest of them took like 30 minutes once I kind of figured it out. But you gotta, you know, you just gotta figure out how to mount it on there. But these things are rock solid, not going anywhere, and I think it looks great. So if you have questions, leave them in the comments section. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you have a great day. Be safe.